It's an education theory that mixes statistics education with critical education.
I am at the Pontifical Catholic University here in São Paulo to talk to Celso Campos, professor here, about his new book, Towards Critical Statistics Education, a new concept to teach statistics at the classroom. Talk to us about it, Professor.
Well, this book is based on my doctoral study, which was made during 2007, but it's updated with lots of information and projects that I developed since then. But it's an education theory that mixes statistics education with critical education, and I bring these two concepts together to perform a new theory, which is mainly based on works of some important researchers and educators, mainly in Paulo Freire, which is a Brazilian educator, Henri Giraud, which is a Canadian educator, and Ole Skovsmose, which is from Denmark. The first one, Paulo Freire, built the critical concepts of education. Then in the 80s, Henri Giraud built, based on Freire's work, built a critical pedagogy, which was used by Ole Skovsmose, who performed a critical mathematics education with this work. And then Skovsmose, who wrote the preface of this book, mainly served as a source for me and inspiration. And then I took his work and I saw something that goes together with statistics education, which is my area of research. And then I built this new theory that puts together the statistics education and the critical education.
And how did you show it to your students and made statistics more interesting for them?
Well, one of the concepts that is inside this theory is to work with real data, to bring real life problems to discussion in classes. And then I put the mathematical modeling strategy together to build projects, pedagogical projects that brings social issues, political problems, environmental problems to classroom. But these problems are from the day-to-day life of the students. And then we go together with this source of data to construct, to build a statistical class. So the difference from the traditional class is that we work exclusively with real data, and that data are numbers in a context, which brings together social, political, and environmental issues that are discussed in the classes. And that makes the students feel more likely to understand the importance of statistics and to engage themselves in their responsibility of learning, for an active learning. That's what we call learn statistics doing statistics, which is students must collect data, must interpret data, must analyze data, must calculate something, and put this result in face of the initial problem, and then interpret the world.
This book is a result of a study, a concept, to your doctoral degree.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples of situations that you discussed in the classroom?
Yeah. In this book, I explain all the theory that involves the theme, and I bring some projects that I developed in classroom, several projects. The first one is about stock market, and I made students to invest in stocks in a virtual market to understand the buying and selling problems and decisions and everything. And with this project, we discussed the capitalism, the profits of the enterprises, and some students bought stocks from beverage industry, from weapon industry, from tobacco industry, and they didn't know what they were doing when buying this. And then we discussed that thing. Well, this was the first project. The second one was about association of qualitative variables. And then I asked students to bring controversial issues to classroom, to research the opinion, the people's opinion. And then they bring themes like abortion, like euthanasia, like marijuana consumption, and like marriage of people of the same gender, and something like that. And we put together with some variables that we suppose to be related to each theme, and they research it. They go for the data, and they made the calculations, and they made a presentation for the class and discussed the theme and put their opinion, and that was the second project. The third one was about bank lines. When you are waiting to be attended in banking agencies, and there is a law here in Brazil that puts a limit time for you to be in this line, and we built a mathematical model that explains the time that you will be on the line. And the students went to the banks and they stayed on the line. They put data all together, and we built a model. And this project was very interesting because it had two interesting follow-ups. One of the students worked at that time in a bank agency, and their chief, the manager of the agency, asked for the data in order to control the time that the customers stay on the line.
How nice. And how people can find your book?
Well, this book is available on the on the major booksellers in the world, and it's available in printed copy, paperback, and ebook, also ebook. It's from Lambert Academic Publishing, which is a German publishing company. It's available on the Lambert site and on the booksellers all around the world, because it's in the internet, and then all the world can get it.
Celso Campos, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. I thank you.
Luciene Miranda to Dukascopy TV.